There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
They had future state or something. Hey, what's going on, man?
We're here. We got Alec. John's back.
What's up?
What's going on, brother? So
busy day.
I got a problem with him, so I'm not here on Mondays anymore.
So I made this announcement, I believe, on Alec's show yesterday. There's the dog. There's the star of our show.
Man, I told you don't even bring the name up. I said just let him sleep. Just let it go.
Hey, too late. Too late.
They had to.
You
they must
went
have
way
heard
up
you.
when the dog kissed you on our last stream. So the dog's a star.
27,000 people watched that.
I know, it was incredible. So I made an announcement on Alec's show yesterday, and if you weren't with us at that time, I want to point out that I made the announcement that there will be no further Green Hornet comics on the shows until John produces a taco truck in front of the building. And if you are a Green Hornet fan and you are in search of Green Hornet comics and they're not on the show, feel free to email me directly, and I'll work something out for you. But don't email using John's address because that automatically goes into a junk folder that I have.
You think there's Green Hornet comics out there I don't
Did
already
you just
own?
throw something at me?
I did, but do you think there's Green Hornet comics out there that I don't already own?
Probably not. But there might be variants you don't have. So hey, Sheldon, Stevie B in the house. What's going on, guys?
Up, everybody.
So that is the statement I wanted to put forth. That there will be no further Green Hornet comics on the show until such time that John produces the aforementioned taco truck. And
the best thing will be the Green Hornet Emerald Metallic cover.
And JD, our producer, is who we got Kyle producing behind the scenes tonight, but JD obviously is jumping in. That's right. Give the man his taco truck. Taco Gate 2022. Exactly right. JD Barry, John Spilios in the house. What's going on, guys? I was just making Joel. What's happening, brother? Just making that formal announcement that there will be no further Green Hornet comics that will appear on the Monday or Wednesday shows until Mr. John Cole produces aforementioned taco truck to appear at our front offices. And there better not be Taco Bell wrappers. Okay,
you know why I'm fine with that? Because I'm really not a supporter of other people buying those books.
John, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a little cold for a taco truck, like in February.
Oh, we had like a foot of snow in the parking lot.
I mean, it's a little cold. So
excuse me. I want to mention that it is 54 degrees today here in our area, and will be so all the way through Sunday. I haven't checked Monday's forecast yet, but I will as soon as this show's over.
Monday is like lava.
That's pretty toasty.
Lava from the sky.
Everybody who's denying climate change, I'm like, look, all I'm telling you is
lava from. I promise you, if there's lava coming from the sky, you get a pass on the taco truck.
We'll be about 15 minutes late.
Right. I catch you out there with some sort of lava blower. Okay, you and I got problems. We're gonna have things to talk about.
We were here for the tornado alert.
Thank you, Joel. It is never cold enough for a taco truck. Exactly right. You know, if you're cooking the meat and everything, then it should be warm.
Now we're asking the real questions.
I don't know, Dwayne's a pain. I'll look out the window at the first break, see if a taco truck's sitting out there. If there is, there will be Green Hornet tonight. If there is not, there will not be.
Look what I found. Ironically,
not for sale.
No, I'm just gonna take this home, but I just
shocker. And we don't have Amy here tonight to run the wand across you. Okay,
so,
she came in and asked for a raise because of that duty. She says, if I've got to be TSA with John, I'm going to need a raise.
Cute. I appreciate the fact that you're doing the wand up and down, where in reality she's got to kind of go like a big circle. Because let's be honest, the shape I'm in is round.
Well, I pushed forward a proper TSA scanning guide to her, so hopefully she'll watch that video tomorrow when she gets in.
The PDF went out in an email chain.
Yeah, exactly. So like Ron, what's going on? Dwayne's a pain. What's going on, buddy? Stevie
B. There's mileage in that, Stevie B.
Ooh, there's an idea. Now that's how you know that man's from the Northeast. He's thinking outside the box.
I have seen people put mobile food ventures on a lot of different stuff.
Why not a Zamboni?
Be new. I've eaten at a Busta-Round.
You could throw them out to the audience, the fans, the sports fans. But all right, so you know what? Let's start off with what we always start off with: the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. Just get that out of the way. That's available for the entire show. We have it on every show. 10 random Dynamite titles with a cover price of $3.99 or higher. So a suggested retail of $40 or higher. And as always, as thank you to our viewers, get you started if you're a new comic collector, or to introduce you to Dynamite
taco launcher.
Yeah, I know that's actually a very good idea. I'm going to make another
cool,
that
little
one.
plastic containers like a t-shirt.
Poof,
can.
poof, tacos shooting from everywhere. Wow, that would be awesome.
Oh my.
Really awesome.
I could die happy then.
So, if you haven't read Dynamite titles, it's a great way to get started. Well, if you buy more than one, we'll try not to duplicate. I think last show we even put it out there that if somebody has particular preferences, we'll do our best. We can't guarantee or promise, but I think somebody asked for a lot of Perio covers in their mix. Yeah, we'll always do whatever we can, but at 50 cents a comic, you really can't lose. So
but today's New Comic Book Day, right?
It is. Yes,
this is a great time to sort of all the days of the week that you're going to go to the comic book store, right? Wednesday's New Comic Book Day is the day you're going to try something new, right? You're going to go in the store. Maybe the dealer's going to turn you on to something. Maybe somebody in a chat room or something, or Facebook group said, "Hey, look, check this out." This is a great way for you to check out $10,
right?
For 2 nickels. Wait, how much are we charging for this thing?
$5.
$5.
It's 50 cents.
It's 50 cents a book.
2 nickels.
But no, seriously,
Math genius here. He's going to be working on our accounting department very, very soon.
I am going to be the Dynamite bursar. My God, I hear Nick sobbing in the other room.
The only thing you don't ever want to deal with. Let me see the Green Hornet paperwork. I don't care about the rest of the titles. Let me see the Green Hornet.
Is that for blood? Just sell it, whatever.
Okay, so actually, Kyle just typed in something. I know that we're looking
that's
at.
A great point.
Yeah, so obviously, and I saw it last week in Bleeding Cool. So obviously, the issues with the Canadian
truckers,
blockade. I think this was a little bit more the nor'easter and the storm across the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
So stuff stopped.
Weather related. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that the weather related issues on top of what's going on in Canada is probably not helping anything. So I know that. Well, Robbie, I mean, what's happening with your LCS today? Did they get everything, or were they shorted stuff, or
for me?
Robbie, Alex?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think I saw him in the chat. I was looking.
Yeah,
no, we got everything.
You guys got everything?
Yeah, we got everything. Everything was good. And yeah, I mean, it was a really. I think it was a pretty small week to begin with, but yeah, we got everything. No problem.
So that's good. So maybe it's only hitting certain parts of the country.
This is a small week, though. We talked about that right before we were on the air. And I know I'm wrong, but I'm exaggerating. It looked like DC came out with like 2 books this week.
DC had 16 books. I'm
saw
pulling an Alec here. I actually have it up on my screen.
No, that's fine. The only thing I saw people talking about was it Future State Gotham or Future State? One of the Future States came out this week.
Future State Gotham.
That one did come out, but there was a new Black Label that everyone was really looking forward to.
Okay.
I don't recall it off the top of my head because I forgot to pick it up. I know, surprise, surprise, I didn't pick up a DC book. It's Suicide Squad Blaze issue number 1. I think it's just a one-shot, but I don't know. I heard it was going to be really cool. I totally forgot about it, though, when I was there.
Yeah, here it is. Suicide Squad Blaze. Issue number 1. Yep.
The book I enjoyed today that came out, and I am not always like a super traditional big 2 guy or whatever, but if you're not reading Darth Vader Crimson Reign, you should change that.
I thought we talked about that yesterday, didn't we?
That is
that was the cover I was telling you about, the Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary.
Yeah,
that's first ever appearance of Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, we actually had a pretty long conversation about that, and we should get into it as well. John, of course, has already seen the finale of
the Darth Vader. The Darth Vader series is actually really good. I think I read the first 12 issues, and I mean, my care for Star Wars just doesn't really exist, so I ended up dropping it. But it honestly is really good. If they come out with an omnibus of it, that's, in my opinion, definitely 100% pickup.
I would think they would have to at some point, right? I mean, the character is just, not to slam anybody, but I could see if we don't get like a Dr. Aphra omnibus, right? Because that's sort of like a peripheral character, but like Darth Vader's like a 10-pole character in his franchise.
I was gonna say, I assumed that a Dr. Aphra Omni would come out before the newest Darth Vader one, because they do have an omnibus for the old Darth Vader series. I don't think it's the complete series though.
Right. No, I forgot about
but people do love Dr. Aphra though. I don't know literally anything about that character, but she's very popular. Maybe if it's just spec, but people talk about her a lot.
So, all right. So JD threw in, and actually, JD, not avoiding the question. I did actually cover that with John very quickly before the show started. But we'll get to that in a second. All right. So let me get the best offer book of the night. So if you're new to the show, we have two types of claims. First, if you see anything you like, put your claim up in the chat. Make sure that you have all chats, not the top chat version. Otherwise, you're only going to see selected stuff if you're using YouTube. So we have two types of claims. One is a buy it now, which means that we'll throw up a price and the first person in the chats to claim it walks away with it. And then we have best offer at the end of the night, which means that we'll throw out a price and people will continue to put up their claims throughout the show. And at 7:55, we'll throw up an end line, and the best offer at 7:55 will win that book. So the first best offer book, this one I thought was a really neat one when I was picking it out. Action Comics number 1000, variant 1950s, signed in silver by Dan Jurgens.
The Dan Jurgens signature, we've talked a lot about that.
Yeah, but this cover really just jumped out at me.
It's got go-go checks. I mean, look at this thing. It's got the classic Fortress of Solitude with the giant key.
So this is a best offer book starting at $1. So Dan Jurgens signed in silver. I love the kind of 50s effect.
I'll give you $1. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, right. You batter the spam and then okay.
Why are JD and Kyle fighting?
Because Kyle is not a spam fan, and JD.
Oh boy!
I agree. He should be shunned. He should be shunned. So we figured, and you tell us if this would work. Okay, so during our Monday show with Robbie, we started getting in a conversation about corn dogs, which then quickly evolved into making a corn spam. Name under advisement. We're still working on the name,
okay.
But would it be seriously just simple enough that we could go ahead and cut the spam, stick a popsicle stick in it, put the corn batter around it, and fry it? Would that work?
I've made these before.
Surprisingly, this is not new to John.
I've made these before. I spent some time in Hawaii. I've made these before, and I'll tell you very quickly what they do because we get a lot of comics.
I'm going to tell you, Robbie's going to be very excited to hear this.
We get a lot of comics to sell, but briefly, if somebody wants to talk to me about this, find me on Twitter. I'll do it after the show. Briefly, it involves taking the spam out of the can, washing it off, soaking it in beer, taking it out.
Wait, you have to wash the spam?
Oh yeah, because you don't want the packaging.
Really?
I've never washed the spam before. Am I going to die, John?
You just throw it in a colander and some warm water, not hot, just warm
I
water.
Understand it's not difficult to do, but I never knew that. And now I'm concerned about my future health
and dry, and
eating spam.
And you can cut the spam, traditional can, into 4 pieces. You probably, for stability, want to use 2 skewers, not a popsicle stick. A long, skinny skewer.
That's a good point.
Right? And then you are probably going to use some seasoned flour, and you're going to dip it in. What we dipped it in was cornbread batter.
Right.
And when you make the cornbread batter, you spike the cornbread batter with some beer and a can of creamed corn. So when you pull this thing out, it's called Filipino style. If you ever seen a Filipino corn dog, there's actual corn around
that
it.
Sounds very interesting.
And then, of course, you cook it. Kyle just brought up a great point. The people like, I don't want to fry. It's this, it's that, it's messy. A lot of these things work in an air fryer real well. Corn dogs, cooking sausage, cooking different things work really well in an air fryer, especially if you get one. Not to slam anybody. If you got a $20 air fryer on Black Friday, might not work quite as well. But if you sort of invest a little bit of money in like a better air fryer, you can make some very cool stuff, including spam corn dogs at home.
All right. Save that thought because Robbie's going to want to hear about this on Monday. I'm going to bring it up on his show tomorrow.
I don't want to take up the show. If anybody is seriously, find me on Twitter or whatever at @J_Cole, and we can talk about food all the live long day.
All right. So next best offer book, we've got Infinite Frontier #1, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail of $49.99. That is also a best offer book of the night, starting at $1.
I'll give you $1 for that too. I have like $3 or $4 coins from the bus.
Don't forget your $10 John surcharge.
Now I know we're trying to talk some books here, but we're on topic of food, and I see Kyle put in, I made a porterhouse in the air fryer Saturday.
Air fryer.
I have an air fryer, and I'm leaning towards I can literally just throw whatever I want in there. It just comes out perfect every time. I'm a little hesitant on a steak though, especially an expensive steak like that.
I don't know if this helps, but I've done steak bites.
Yeah,
which used to be much more difficult to make. And now I just simply trim up the steak, cube it, toss it, I throw it in the air fryer. Comes out perfect every time.
I think Kyle's got something to contribute here.
So,
all right, Ron, I got you for 10.
It, throw it in the air fryer, like 380 for 6 minutes, and you're done.
Yep.
I'm kidding.
And it was
it is a porterhouse, so it's really hard to get that bad.
Yeah,
I'm all about
being
this.
competent to screw up a porterhouse.
Well, I mean, I would say to someone if they had
and I'm not saying the air fryer isn't a great suggestion.
No,
but
I'm just saying it's
a good cut of beef.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That's
know
what I'm saying.
Put something super lean in the air fryer, but something like a porterhouse, or I mean, you really have to sort of cook it for like 3 hours or something to ruin it. I mean, the air fryer is essentially, and Kyle knows this, it's essentially a convection oven, right? This is how restaurants for countless years now have gotten the restaurant quality of food. People are like, why can't I do this at home? So you don't have a convection oven that's $3,800 and as tall as one of these books.
Hey, listen, I watch Emerald Lagazi's paid advertisement the hour and his air fryer and all the stuff he makes, and then usually immediately after that I eat something.
That's the air fryer I bought. I bought the one from the television, the Emerald air fryer.
Nice. See? Dude, and the stuff he makes, and he's really good on that show, man.
I got a rotisserie chicken going in here in a little bit.
Oh my God. I've been thinking about getting one. I really have. I watch the show and then, I get hungry and I go eat something and then I forget about it until it comes on again.
The air fryer is the 21st century equivalent of like that Ronco Showtime rotisserie.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I remember that.
You would get that. People had it in college or whatever. And no, it didn't turn you into like James Beard, but it allowed you to feed yourself and not poison yourself with undercooked chicken or fish.
Yeah.
It had some basic instructions and it worked.
Okay.
And it's convenient. It's convenient. That's the other. That's I think the other issue. Just throw it in.
Showtime rotisserie, take it apart, throw it in the dishwasher. It was done.
So all right. So
taking the day off on Sunday for the Super Bowl. So every day. So we're taking the day off Sunday for the Super Bowl.
Right.
Every day I've been testing a different wing recipe in the air fryer, so that I get my wings right for the Super Bowl, because you can't have a Super Bowl and not have good wings.
Yeah,
that just sounds like fun. Period. Just testing different wing recipes.
Oh, I need a way worse excuse to. I need a way worse excuse to cook wings.
All right, here we go. So Stevie B says, "The heck with air frying." A&E has a new show called coming up called Deep Frying Dynasty. That's where the real action. Years and years ago, I did actually have a deep fat fryer, but you just use so much oil.
Yeah. I mean, we all had a lot of. I'm sure Kyle had one too. Like the turkey fryer thing, and you build like a ladder and put it. It was like a whole thing, and it was a lot.
I had the turkey fryer. I had the oilless turkey fryer, which was the early version of the air fryer where you actually used fire.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
We've had all kinds of cooking contraptions in my house, but now we have a $5,000 barbecue smoker that most things go on.
Well, you come like me. Kyle comes from like a food family, if I remember right. He's sort of it's not like it's what we do. Yeah, he's not just like a hobby cook. So sometimes we give people advice, and I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but stuff Kyle and I have, not every single person's going to have. Like not everybody's going to have a pizza oven in there.
Well, I have a turkey fryer story during tailgating at an Eagles game, and why drunk you shouldn't fry a turkey in one of those big fryers with a lot of peanut oil when you've been drinking. And I'll explain that story later.
John, sometimes I have trouble talking to people who don't have a Bluetooth meat thermometer that hooks to their phone.
Why are you even trying?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yeah,
I didn't either.
I made breakfast sandwiches for a barbecue team for years before the pandemic, and they were friends of mine, and we just hung out. And they were all very high-tech rednecks, where it's a Bluetooth thermometer, and they got the phone, and they can watch this way. They can just get up, and everybody's got like cigars and bourbon, and
I've always gone with the old fashioned method. I tell my daughter, well, if you get sick in a couple hours, then it was undercooked.
How is she not joined a cult or something already, man? That poor child.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Sheldon, you got it, buddy. All right, I'm going to go to the Secret Invasion right now, buddy. Hold on. Let me see here. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Secret Invasion #1, signed and cover sketch art by Mariano Nicieza and Joe Del Beato. It is suggested retail of $89.99. It is one of our best offer books, starting at $20.
We got to pester Mariano into doing another episode of the show where he...
Well, I tried to entice him with the, hey, you know what? We got like a table and stuff, so you don't have to color on, on your.
I think I chased him away because I asked him to sign a book for me. He's like, "Oh, fanboy, back up! You're making me uncomfortable." I've dealt with decades of that at cons. I know that look from creators.
So this is a best offer book as well, starting at $20. And then let me get the other best offer books out of the way, and we'll do a recap in a little bit. Then we have Action Comics #1000, signed and cover art with a Superman sketch by Ken Hazer. This one's super cool. I like this one. Suggested retail of $99.99. It is a best offer book starting at $19.38. Gotcha, Sheldon. Sheldon is going to start us off on the Secret Invasion.
He's waiting for Ron to yell deep fried squirrel.
Might do that too. All right, got you down, Sheldon. You're good to go, buddy.
That is a beautiful cover.
Ron's going to 25 on that. Okay, Ron, I got you, buddy.
I'm going to a barbecue contest next or 10 days from now. So what is that?
I've never been to one, but my daughter and I used to
cool,
watch that show.
They're awesome.
That show, Barbecue Masters or
Barbecue Pit Masters.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, we're competing against a bunch of those guys in like 15-degree weather. But the caterer who's coming in to provide us all food is doing wild game. So I may have air fried squirrel. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
That's tough, man. I know that game meat is tougher to cook. You gotta work it a little bit.
I retired from active catering right around the time game meat became widely available. Like I cooked with boar. I don't know if anybody considers boar game meat in 2022. I mean, you get boar at like Wegmans or Kroger's or something. So I don't know if that's. But if I had been not quite so old or not quite so lazy, I would have loved to really kind of get into some of like the game birds and elk and stuff I see people doing now. That's just some of the stuff I see people do now is crazy.
So all right, so I'm going to try to get before we go to break, I'm going to try to get all the best offer books out there so
What's
everybody
the
has time.
statue story? Is that a best offer thing?
It's always a best offer, bro. Come on. What happened, dude?
It's
See,
right
this is
here.
what happens when you don't ever show up.
It's just right here, though.
All right, so, our next best offer book is Vampirella.
Yep, there we go.
What? Okay,
We're doing statue.
All right, we'll do statue next.
Good job, Kyle. We're doing statue.
Women of Dynamite, Vampirella Bust by Arthur Adams, artist proof edition, suggested retail of $89.99, best offer starting at $25.
And because people usually ask, this thing is about 7.5 high, and I think the base was what, 3 3/4?
I don't know. Isn't it on sticky like right there?
No, it's a 7. It does tell you the base.
Usually the base.
But I remember the base is like 3
3/4,
something like that. So it's not a massive statue, but man, Arthur Adams' take on Vampirella is.
All right, so this is, I think, our last best offer item of the night. This gives everybody time to throw their offers out, and we will do a recap for it. So Vampirella Volume 5, #1, Guillaume March, CGC graded. I think it is a guaranteed 9.8. Let me take a look here.
Oof.
Let me see.
Man,
yes, 9.8. All right. And it is suggested retail of $89.99, and it is one of our best offer items starting at $19.69. So Ron, hold on, Ron. Yeah, I got you, buddy. Let me find it real quick. Let's see. Okay, so the Action Comics #1. All right, so Ron is starting us off at $19.38. That is a best offer book, but Ron's going to get us started. Thank you, Ron. All right, so that takes care of all of our best offers, and I'm going to go through it one more time before we go to break. So we had the Action Comics #1000, variant 1950, signed in silver by Dan Jurgens, suggested retail of $69.99. Best offer book starting at $1.
It's just a great cover, man.
It
is. Anymore.
And then Infinite Frontier #1, signed by Joshua Williamson. Ron started us off at 10. And then Action Comics #1000, signed and cover art with a Superman sketch by Ken Hazer. Ron Star is in the lead right now at $19.38. Secret Invasion
might be the best Superman.
Okay, so Nilo wants to get in on the Vampy. Okay, Nilo, I got you, bro. So $19.69. You got it. So, all right. So then Secret Invasion's #1. Ron is currently in the lead at 25. Vampirella #1, CGC graded 9.8. Nilo just got us started. So he is in the lead at $19.69. And then we had the Women of Dynamite Vampirella bust by Arthur Adams, artist proof edition. Suggested retail of $89.99. Best offer starting at $25. Hey, Marcus, what's going on, buddy?
The statue, Marcus wants 25 on the statue.
Yep.
This statue is so cool.
All right, so Marcus starting us off at 25.
Did you?
Yes, John, I managed to find one. Turns out we are actually very light. So we'll go to that one next before we go to break. We have Punisher #1, Animal Variant, signed in red by Nathan Edmondson. Suggested retail of $49.99. We have it tonight for buy it now. Claim $19.74 the year the Punisher first
I'll tell you right now, that's a book people run around like crazy for, trying to find shows, right?
So yeah,
because nobody thinks to get it at their LCS, and then they want it later. And of course, once you get to a trade show or a con,
Right. So, John, I will continue to look to see if I can find any more Punisher books, but it turns out our inventory is a little bit light on Punisher. I just didn't really have enough time to dive
John
all the way in.
it.
All right, John, you got it, buddy.
Yeah. That's...
let's see, where did I put it, John? And I will do my best to find more, buddy. I will. So, all right. So it's time for us to take our first break. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Stay with us.
They say it, and it's true, that everything is getting faster. You're not getting any younger, and time is the single resource that you can never get back or get any more of. So why walk into your local comic shop blind when you can go in laser focused on the best books on the shelf?
Hi everybody, and welcome to Minute to Skim It. Yeah!
Spend 1 hour with Miss Jen and Bean, and they'll give you rapid-fire reviews of all the new comics hitting stores. Spend less time shopping and more time reading.
This is Provenance of Secrets.
This is The Heathens. I read Wolverine #17.
Minute to Skim It, every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
And we're back.
Back playing musical chairs.
What's up?
All right.
One thing I want to just kind of get out of the way real quick. I talked a lot. People know on Twitter, Facebook, I kind of contribute and moderate to different groups. I thought this was the best place to say it out. There was a ton of talking today, because New Comic Book Day, about Dynamite's metallic covers. All I'm going to say is this. Now, keep in mind, this is just a kind of only minorly informed opinion, but the more successful metallic covers do in the marketplace, the more likely you are to see more. I think that's almost kind of like a common sense thing. Also, on a personal note, Nick thinks they're cool. So that's also a great sort of indication that if they do well, you'll see more in the future. I must have 15 different notifications across different platforms asking about the metal covers. Yes, they're really metal. Yes, they're really cool. Yeah, you should be. I mean, we joke around a lot, but yeah, you should be a little bit careful when you handle them because they're metal.
You mean like coffee's hot?
And exactly. And as far as what's coming up next, I would suggest watch this show, and kind of follow along on social media because that's where the announcements will be.
Well, since John segued us into it, we might as well do the metal covers next.
I was going to say we have metal covers, right? That was sort of the point, though. But yeah, I mean, I don't. People really seemed excited. I was super excited.
That segue was as obvious as your bright blue.
Honestly, are awesome though.
What's that?
I said they honestly are really awesome though.
Yeah,
they are very cool. They are very cool. But John's segue was about as obvious as his bright blue glasses that his wife hates.
She's like, "You've got like child's glasses," and I'm like, "Yeah."
They're bright blue. It doesn't really come across on the screen now. I noticed. But they are bright blue. You're like Al Roker. Do you watch Al Roker?
They are very much like Al Roker.
When he started wearing all those bright colored glasses all of a sudden. All right, so next up is Red Sonja number 4, metal cover, Spider-Man homage. And let me see. I don't believe. Do we have it up front? We do. It is the Red Sonja number 4. So it is. Let's see. Suggested retail of 100. And we have it tonight for 60, and you can see that right there. Nice. That is a full metal aluminum cover, and it's substantial. The metal is like not bendable.
Well, that was the other point I wanted to make too. These aren't foil. I
yeah,
got that
these aren't
question
foil.
in 2 different Facebook
They are
groups
actually
today.
a aluminum based metal.
Yeah, they are not foil. I know that people in the 90s we had all kinds of 3D prismatic what. No, these are not foil. These are actual.
Oh yeah, they're legit.
Yeah. You could let's just say during a zombie apocalypse, you could take these covers, sharpen them up, and use them as like throwing stars. Okay, I mean that's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to waste a Red Sonja comic to kill a zombie? No,
dude, zombie is coming to eat your brain. Throw the Red Sonja at him. Okay. All right. So next up, we'll take care of all the metal covers at once. So next up is Evil Ernie number 1, metal covered Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle homage. Let me see if I can see that one as well. Make sure it's not a virgin. I don't believe it is a virgin cover. So it also has suggested retail of 100 and is available tonight for a introductory price of $60. All right. So let's see. And then the last one we have is Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 1. Adam Hughes metal virgin premium cover. Nice. All right. So this has a suggested retail of $199.99, and we can do it tonight. We have one available for $100. And actually, we probably have more than one available if we get multiple people.
And we see this sometimes, but this is something I cannot stress enough. They're starting to loosen up a lot of the pandemic restrictions. That cons are going to start coming back. I'll tell you right now, these metal covers will be, by the end of the year, close to $300, especially, like the virgin covers and that sort of stuff. So do yourself a favor. If you're looking at this or one of the others and you're like, oh, this is something I might want to buy, do it now. Don't figure you're going to bomb up to Chicago or whatever and grab one. And then, the dealer's going to be like, yeah, I have one. It's $300. You know why? Because he or she paid $200 for it.
So Marcus wants to know, are the edges as sharp as her sword?
Oh, I wish.
I don't know, Marcus, but during the break, I'll pull one out of the bag and test it on John, and I'll let you know. Okay?
Yeah, Sheldon, the Sosa Micah cover was just Sheldon is saying you got the Valentine book.
Awesome.
The Valentine stuff there's a whole bunch of reasons why I love Dynamite. People wonder what, and certain things are the characters or of course whatever, but a lot of it is things like Dynamite takes a little bit of the lightheartedness from an Archie's comics to do something like Valentine's Day show or Christmas, and it's still, it's still in canon or whatever, but it's just another opportunity to sort of do something slightly different. I hate to say it. I'm not necessarily even hammering them for it, but the big two are sort of locked in, creating these books. And I just think we talked about this. Other creators have mentioned it. There's a little bit of a burnout.
Right.
There's like just so much Venom, so much Batman. People are like, they're like, they can't even, and we talked about it on this show. People are like overwhelmed. Hey, Dave, what's going on? I am awake still from.
Do you stay? Well, he was apparently. I was not aware of this, but John informed me before the show that it is National Pizza Day.
Today is National Pizza Day.
So John was up waiting for Boba Fett by doing what? Cooking pizza, which he showed me. It looked pretty good too.
I made a square pizza.
I gotta admit, it looked really good.
Well, I had the time. It takes a while to do the dough or whatever, and the espresso machine is going.
Yeah, making pizza at my house is buying a big frozen pizza, and we almost never do it because why? I live in the Northeast. Why would I buy frozen pizza? It doesn't make any sense. I could just order a pizza around.
I question that. The few times
I had a frozen pizza today.
Supermarket.
Well, if you can make the dough like you can, it kind of makes sense. I can't make the dough, so I'm not going to waste my time, buying a frozen pizza at the supermarket for $11.
One of the things I tell people for the Super Bowl, of course, wings are essential. If you're not making wings, don't watch the game. No, I'm just kidding. But you can get dough, just the dough, from your local pizza shop. They'll be happy to sell you a bowl of dough, and then you can make whatever you want at home.
Dude, there's a place I go to in Hainesport. Shoot, I forget the name, but
Lillo's King of Pizza.
No, not that one.
Mary's?
Rendanzo's.
Okay.
Rendazzo's.
Oh, it's right. Yeah, my wife.
Yeah. I can get a large pizza there with 2 toppings for like under $20. Why would I buy the dough and have to do it myself? That's such a pain. You see, Al agrees with me.
But you might not want to get caught in the pinch. Super Bowl Sunday. You know how busy those places are on Sunday?
Hello. I'd like to order a large pizza, please. Could you deliver it to my home?
Yeah, Uber Eats surge pricing. That pizza will be $68.
I don't know. I always call the pizza places that have delivery themselves.
That's what I do.
I don't use those because I
bash the services, but that's smart.
Well, I'm bashing the services because the restaurants, by the time it's all said and done, they're not making any money on the sale.
I have to use those services because you guys talk about food during your show, and I get so hungry here at the studio that I'm about to eat my desk.
It's got like 35 tabs.
I've got literally.
One of them is like DoorDash.
Literally, how far? Hey, Triple B, what's going on, buddy? Literally, how many pizza joints do you think are within a 3-mile radius of us right now?
Oh, we did this for a show once. There was like 45 of them.
It's crazy.
In like 2017.
It's crazy. At least one of them. I know. We'll do that one next. One of them I know has their own delivery service, even though they're having labor shortages, all over the place. But I can name. Well, there's one less than half a mile from here. Okay, Pizza Tullio's. Okay.
Yeah.
And then up the street a little bit is another place called Scotto's, and all of them are a little different, and I love it. I love it.
Joel, what do you want to see live? I'm curious.
Yeah, what do you want to see live, Joel?
A book or?
Yeah, let us know. But let's get to the Doctor Strange book.
He wants to see a pizza live.
I was gonna say he wants to see the pizza made live.
Pizza live. We might be able to arrange that, John. Okay.
The one I made this morning?
Well, you could make one for us. We like
he said that's gone.
Oh, I know it's gone.
There's not much. I think there's 2 slices in tinfoil left.
We're going full court press now on the food with John. Okay, he doesn't get away from it anymore. All right, so let's go to Doctor Strange. All right, so we have Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme '1, signed and cover sketch art by Brian Kong. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have it tonight for $63 for $19.63. So, and that is a buy it now claim. Sheldon Walsh eating the desk, Kyle eating the desk. I don't know. I know Kyle lives in Ohio. I don't know exactly where he lives in Ohio, but there are parts of Ohio that I guess are a little bit more spread out. Here in New Jersey, it's the densest state in the country.
Well, I think Southern Ohio is almost a little bit more like South Jersey. It's more rural, like farms and stuff like that.
South Jersey is not rural, dude.
We're the Garden State. There's farms here.
Dude, yeah, but dude, we're not rural.
We make milk here.
Yeah, but we're not rural.
And Northern Ohio, I think, is like North Jersey. Cities, universities, that sort of thing. I see a tab in the back where somebody's scooping out food.
You see, I guess if you're really kind of spread out, and Amy does use the food services when she's working late, I know that. I just don't like doing it because, you know what? If I'm going to order something from McDonald's, I'll just drive to the drive-thru. That's it. There's no point in having that delivered. It's just a habit. But anything else, dude, I'll call the restaurant directly and have them deliver it. There's a place right around the corner from my house. I got scolded once when my daughter used, I guess, DoorDash or something. He said, "Why don't you just call us up?" I would have delivered it myself. And I felt bad that time, and I scolded my daughter. I said, "Hey, don't use these food services, man. They upcharge and all that stuff." So, but yeah, it'd be really nice if you make us some food, John. I'm just saying. Got a hot plate in the kitchen.
Joel, we actually are the Garden State. He was LOLing. That's actually the state's name. I understand for people.
I know that, John.
No,
thanks.
I don't think Joel does though, because he's laughing at the fact that it's the Garden State.
Yes, because it's really not. Have you been to Edison?
Have you been to Salem County? There is no Wi-Fi. There is no Wi-Fi.
That's
in Salem
They
County.
can pick it up from Delaware.
telling you to sell some more books.
No, it wasn't actually.
I know, right?
My pizza place is, because I just ordered 3 large pizzas for myself.
Wow. You got to tell us the toppings, Kyle. Toppings are very, very important.
Kyle, check your
pepperoni,
messenger, and I
pepperoni.
sent you pictures of the pizza I made early this morning.
Go ahead, Kyle.
They're pepperoni, and pepperoni.
Nice.
Well, if you're getting 3, you should
Topping
mix
of
it up.
champions.
They're varying amounts of pepperoni.
I actually like anchovies, believe it or not, people.
What?
All right. I do. I love anchovies.
Dave,
My daughter
we did
hates
not talk about the Joel Jones news, and I'll tell you why we haven't talked about it. There's still a lot of sort of up in the air about that situation. And Joel Jones is a tremendous creator, and I don't necessarily want to, you know what I mean? Like some of the things that are being said are super unkind. I think maybe
happened.
It's not like we shy away from talking about this on this show, but I think that until more of that situation is sort of known and verified and sorted out, anything we would talk about just sort of, you know what I mean? It's just sort of like scraps in the wood bin, so to speak.
Scraps in the wood bin.
Well, it is. I mean, if you've read the thing, there's a lot of people. It's a lot of he said, she said type stuff. That is Draculina on the rack, I believe.
Yes, it is. Triple B. So we can do that real quick if we want. All right. So we have Draculina #1, Judy Jong virgin cover. Suggested retail of $50. Tonight we have it as an introductory price of $40. We also have the Draculina #1 Panda Valentine cosplay virgin cover. Suggested retail of $50. Also a introductory price of $50 tonight. Then we have Jennifer Blood #5, Jimmy Broxton virgin cover. Suggested retail of $50. We have tonight for $40. And then we have Jennifer Blood #5, Joseph Michael Linsner virgin cover. Suggested retail of $50. Tonight we have for $40.
Jennifer Blood would make a great series for
I think so, yeah. I agree with you.
I know everyone's like, oh, I thought like Green Hornet's your favorite. I love Green Hornet. I'm aware of its ups and downs. Jennifer Blood is something that, with the right creator and the right financing, could be an exceptional get for, Showtime or.
All right, so Evil Ernie #3, Stuart Sager virgin cover. Suggested retail of $50. Again, we have it for $40 tonight. And then Evil Ernie #5, Arthur Saddam. Virgin cover, also suggested retail of $50. We have for $40.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So cool.
That is cool. Vampirella Valentine's Day Special 2022 Elias Chazudis virgin cover, suggested retail of $50. Also, we have it available for $40. And then finally, Vampirella Valentine's Day Special 2022 Lyrics Lee virgin cover, suggested retail of $50, and we have it for $40. So all the Dynamite special issues, virgin covers tonight are suggested retail of $50, and we have it for an introductory price for $40 tonight. All right.
I'll tell you, the Vampirella Valentine Special 2022, all the stories in there, I really enjoyed them. The Dave Avalone story is really, really cool. Dave Avalone has like I don't want to say style because it sounds limiting.
Right.
But Dave Avalone's got like a real kind of like pulp vibe. If you follow him on social media, you'll see he's the son of like a detective novelist or whatever. Really cool stuff. And he sort of really kind of like dials into that sort of, private investigator type storytelling. And there's a great story. among those lines that Dave does from, because Vampirella's immortal, and there's this great story of, kind of how she meets someone in their youth, and then she bombs back to see them when they're retiring. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just really well done. I mean, pick it up regardless, but absolutely, check that out. It's a great story.
So, so we have all of those available tonight. They are all a suggested retail of $50, but we're doing a special IP for our viewers at $40. Let's see. I think Lars Mann goes, I think the adaptation I need in my life right now is Gru the Wanderer.
There you go.
So yeah, Dave. No, I don't want Dave to think we're avoiding the topic. I mean, I certainly know that the world has just changed. Somebody that I work with and it said this to me a few years ago, is that social media has changed society in such a way that it's like road rage. And I thought it was a very interesting analogy in that there are things that you'll do behind the wheel of your car, whether it be flipping somebody the bird or whatever, that if you were in a social setting face to face with that person, you wouldn't act that way. And he said social media is like that. It's like road rage. You're hiding behind your phone or your computer, and you'll say and do things that you normally wouldn't.
Well, this in particular, you're 100% right, but this in particular is a real touchy situation. And I was just like, I had a couple people today in one of the Facebook groups say, hey, let's kick around the Joel Jones thing. And I'm like, hey, let's not. And I know they were kind of like, oh, and I'm like, hey, look, I'll leave and you guys can sit around and talk about it as much as you want to. I'm not trying to curtail anyone's
right
what they say, but I'm old enough to remember when you made allegations and comments and said stuff like that, there were consequences.
Yeah.
It's not just something you can throw out there. I think until maybe Joel Jones makes a statement, one of the publishers makes a statement, like a definitive statement, something is actually said, everything is just speculation. And in an incendiary situation, I don't think this show is sort of like the platform for that. I know there's podcasts out there that do that. I bet you there's a ton of comics-based podcasts that are like, tonight the big story, and they're kind of covering this thing, and that's fine. But hey, Adrian, how you doing? And of course, if somebody wants to message one of us privately or something, that's a different story.
No, and let me say this, it's not an issue of discussing anything controversial, but I respect what John's saying. To me, if you're going to accuse somebody of plagiarism, keep in mind you're talking about a two-dimensional, okay? And there are only so many ways a two-dimensional, figure can present themselves. It's two-dimension, guys, So, at the end of the day, I got to say that it's a stretch. But now, and the reason I bring up the social media issue is because these days, people will say the first thing that comes to their mind. Who knows if they've been drinking?
There's no filter. It's 4 a.m. at the bar for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
exactly. Would you say such a thing to a guy who's 225 pounds, okay, standing at the bar and looks like he's like just got done 3 rounds of MMA. Yeah.
You're like, you're really gonna say that stuff?
Acting as MMA. No, you won't.
No.
But behind your computer screen, your phone, you might.
Everybody's a supervillain.
In your car, you might. Okay, until the guy pulls over and you pull over and he steps out of a car and he just keeps getting taller and taller and taller. You're like, oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought you were somebody else, right?
Exactly.
Now, one thing though that is, I was gonna say one thing that is kind of interesting. I know we're not really going to talk too much about it, but the series that is like kind of, I guess, under fire is the Wonder Girl, or yeah, I think it's Wonder Girl. That series kept constantly getting delayed, and out of nowhere, they just ended up canceling it too. So I don't know if that. I was thinking maybe someone else actually caught that maybe early, and then that's why it kept getting delayed. And then eventually just said, you know what, we're just gonna cancel it. And it kind of got canceled out of nowhere too. So I don't know. Maybe someone else earlier was making comparisons.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great point too. For me, there's just like a lot. Like I'm looking at this thing, and first I see the micro view, and I look at the macro view, and I'm like, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of moving parts to this thing, and so I didn't, you know what I mean?
Let me say this. I do want to address what Alec just said, only because from a publisher standpoint, probably
it
not.
was a good series.
Because what I'm going to say
it was good.
if they caught it, then and that caused a delay, then why not fix it? You know, if you've already caught it and you've delayed the release, then you can fix the problem and then re-release it if that was really a problem. I don't think necessarily. I mean, you know, issues get delayed for all kinds of different reasons. You know, it's
the creators are in Disney World drinking and starting a new comic book company and not getting Bloody Black Death.
Somebody threw up on Space Mountain. Who knows? You know, and then today in the news I read that if you take the People Mover in Tomorrowland during the dark portions, yeah, Disney can see you. Okay, did you hear about this? They pulled 2 people off because I thought they were getting a little busy there. Okay, during the dark portion where he goes through Space Mountain on the People Mover. Nope. Yeah. Well, I guess they must have infrared cameras. They saw it, stopped the ride, and yanked those 2 people right
Disney.
off.
You should assume they're watching it all times. Like Google.
I thought that was all right. I thought
Larsman wants to know, do we have an ASM slab?
We don't. Hold on.
What?
Hold on. We don't have an ASM slab by itself. However,
is it part of like
Lars Man
Ultra Mega Pack thing?
It is. Okay, so we have so we'll go to that next. It's a great segue. All right, so Lars Man, we have the Spider-Man Mega Mix Set, which includes Amazing Spider-Man #1, Dynamic Forces exclusive cover, CGC guaranteed 9.6, Symbiote Spider-Man, Alien Reality #1, black blank variant, signed and cover sketch art by Ken Hazer. Amazing Spider-Man #55, Silver Symbiote Edition, Signature Series Edition, signed by Nick Spencer. And Amazing Spider-Man #545, One More Day, Part 4, signed by Marvel EIC and issue artist Joe Quesada. Obviously, Joe Quesada being a legendary creator at this point. Also caught up, I think it was with Robbie, we were having a conversation about the 30th anniversary of Image. When you know, that was a significant point in time for comics because I think it started to differentiate and make creators stars as opposed to just the titles themselves, and that was an interesting transition in comics. So we have that available. So that has a suggested retail of $299.96. We have it tonight available, just a one set for $196.20. So
Ronald, I think, wants the Mega Pack.
Okay, so Ronald is taking the Mega Pack. You got it, Ron. I got you now, buddy. All right, and Lars Man, I will. Lars Man, you're a little bit behind Ron, but Lars Man, I will make sure I'm writing it down. I got John down here, John Spilios, for Punisher, and Lars Man, I will make sure to load it up with ASM for Monday. I promise. Okay. And to all our other viewers out there, if there's something specific you're looking for, put in the chat. You can always email me. Feel free at rex.wang@dynamite.com. Anything that you'd like to see, if I can find it, I will find it. If we have it, it'll be on the next show. Except if your name is John Cole, because then your email will immediately go into a little trash folder that my IT guy set up. And John, really, the IT guy has told me that you're starting to cram my hard drive. So I need to delete it every other day because there's so many emails that are in my junk folder, my John junk folder now.
Yeah. Real quick.
So
wait, Dave. So you came in late, my friend. So
no.
There was an announcement. No, Dave came in late to the show. So Dave, I've made a formal announcement at the beginning of the show. Hey, 62 Lefty, what's going on, buddy? And there will be no longer any Green Hornet titles during the show. That's not for sale, John. Put it down. Okay. Until John produces the aforementioned taco truck in front of the building. Now, if you yourself are a Green Hornet fan, you can go ahead and email me and I'll work something out with you. But John, you're bending the spine.
Omnibus 2 has Hornet Cycle.
Yeah, you're bending the spine, John. Well, it's now unsellable because John's fingerprints are all over it.
You said we weren't going to buy.
Oh, okay. Hold on, Ron. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were claiming it. All right. So, Lars Man.
Oh, Lars Man, you're in the game.
I'm going to put you down as claiming that because you did claim it. If you want it, it's yours, buddy. If not, please let me know. So, Lars Man has claimed the Spider-Man Mega Set. Sorry about that, Ron.
I'm sorry, Ron. I read real quick. I just looked up. We're trying to see. We're trying to see who's up first because, sometimes people sort of, they're like right on top of each other, like claim.
All right. So Lars Man's taking it. So I got you switched up, Lars Man. It's all yours, buddy. And as I said, I will try to include more ASM.
That's a nice mega pack too. That's
You know what? I was going through it and I was like, you know what? I got to put something Spider-Man on, and I wanted to find something Punisher. It's just been a crazy week. We've had a lot of different shows on, not just on our network, but our channel. Our
show, what happens is we try to be like broad-based, right?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
There's still like a ton of characters, and of course this is a running joke on the show. But characters like Spider-Man, Punisher, Batman. There's a reason why the characters are insanely popular.
I agree.
And people want, whatever they sort of,
they want.
Yeah.
Lars, man, it is $196.20. All right. Suggested retail of $299.96. So, we have it here untouched by Jon's hands.
For now.
Review the chat for claims. Yeah, Ron, don't worry. We always do, buddy.
I'll tell you what, if that book goes up for sale, I will give someone my copy and I'll take that copy home.
What for sale?
That Green Hornet Volume 2.
Nothing on these shelves are for sale.
The Hornet cycle is in that volume.
And I have to say that it's been expressed that they prefer you not touch things on the shelves.
Who said that?
I just did. And Dave wants to know, AR, did your store get slammed for the Mandalorian cover today? That's a good question. I'm interested to hear that.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think they did, only because I know right off the bat they didn't have any because they gave them all to me to put on Whatnot.
I like that.
Yeah, I guess it'll be a little tougher to get slammed.
So they if people ordered it or reached out about it and was like, hey, are you going to have this? I want to order it. They sold it to them for the regular cover price because that's, they ordered it and they weren't going to upsell it for that. But everything else, they pulled the rest of them. They didn't have many to begin with. So if you're a Star Wars fan, not to get into like speculation type stuff, but I do think this is a book that could hold a little bit of value because this is a kind of an FOC cutoff cover. And even on the previews, there was nothing available for it. So just like every other Star Wars issue, it just said Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant, but there was no actual previews cover for it at the time.
Right.
So a lot of shops that were actually ordering books, they didn't know what they were ordering. So they just ordered their regular, couple regular copies. Yeah. And whoever typically gets the Sprouse Lucasfilm one, they got it for regular. And I think they only had like 6, maybe 7 extras. And they gave me, I think, 3 or 4 of them to put up on Whatnot. And then they kept the rest of them. And I think they're getting them slabbed.
Gotcha. All right.
But other than that,
before we go to break, let's do the next slab for Ron real quick. And then we'll go to our break. All right, so the next slab is Ironman #1, CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99. We have one available, one of our 5-star and $50 books. It is a buy it now item. So, and then I think we have to go to break. And then Sheldon has a question for AR when we come back.
Okay, cool.
All right, so stay with us. We'll be back in a few minutes.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
And we're back.
What's
All right. So just to review real quick, the last slab we did run was the Ironman, which I can't find.
And to answer someone's question about the
yes,
source,
we'll get to that in a second. Ironman number 1, CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99. It is a 5-star book at $50. It is a buy it now book. So go ahead.
No, talking about The Mandalorian today was sort of like the finale of Book of Boba Fett. I don't know spoilers.
You've seen it. I haven't yet, but I will go home and watch it tonight.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't want to do any spoilers, but there's.
I haven't seen any of it.
There's a store called Level Up Entertainment, and out in Atlantic City, and they do a pretty brisk business.
Right.
I saw that they put on. I don't know if it was their IG or their Facebook. Well, anyway, they opened at like 11, and after lunch, the Mandalorian stuff was gone. They had just had like people were waiting, they came whatever, and they were just well, it came and went like that.
It's like the LCS in Myrtle Beach. It becomes kind of a touristy trap, too.
Yes.
People go in and they buy stuff. They may not be regular comic book buyers, but I'm on vacation. I'm in Myrtle Beach. I'm in Atlantic City. Let me go check this shop out. And you tend to, I buy stupid crap at Disney that, I never needed when my daughter and I were there. Obviously.
Everybody does it. Everybody's like, and then you find it, you're like, why did I spend
I paid extra for the
this?
soda that came in they came in the R2D2 cup. Why? I never use it at home. Why did I pay that extra money for it? It was mostly filled with ice anyway. So, Stevie B, would a Kato miniseries be included in the taco truck blackmail scheme? I'm going to have to think about that, Stevie B. I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for that yet. There was a question, I believe, for AR earlier. Yeah, there it is, from Sheldon. Was there a buzz over Avengers 53 today?
I actually had to look that up because I didn't hear anything about it, and I didn't see anyone really posting about it either. It says that it's the first, appearance of the red Black Panther suit. I mean, some people it's selling on eBay for like $10 to $15. I don't think that's something that would hold up like at all. But that's just my opinion. You never know what they're going to do with things.
Right.
But that's what I'm seeing.
That's how social media, what you were saying is that's how social media has changed, creates like a micro trend, right? Like a book comes out.
Yeah. Every week there's one.
Tweeting about it, posting about it, and a $4.99 book is suddenly on sale on eBay for $20, and you're like, hold on a second.
For like a week. That's it.
Slow down.
No,
I mean that Black Panther 3 is still selling consistently for a lot of money, a few $100s. That's still like the craziest thing I've seen for a new comic book day book. Honestly,
I'll tell you what occasionally it reminds me slightly of being old. I remember the dawn of Image Comics, and I remember a comic book store would open at, let's just say, 11 in the morning, and they would have a bunch of stuff. And if I remember correctly, Image Comics were like $1.99 or whatever they were, right?
Yeah, they were
the same guy who would sell the book at like $2 or whatever when he opened at 11. When he closed at 11 at night, people were trying to resell the book in a parking lot for like $50, $60, $70, $80. Spawn. Now, looking back on it, sure, Spawn number 8 was probably worth $60. I'm not, but it's worth $60 now, not 12 hours after it got to the comic book store. And sometimes that's what a little of these things remind me of when I see on eBay or Facebook or Twitter. Oh, do you see what's going on? This book is already up to $18. I'm like, wait a minute. It was $4.99 this morning when I opened the app.
So Triple B says he pre-ordered the Black Panther 3 months ago. Let's see.
Oh, Cad Bane. Ron has the Cad Bane commission.
I mean, we kind of touched on this yesterday in terms of when you're specking comics, and especially the newer issues. You're anticipating where it's going to go, and there's a danger in that. I think we kind of touched on that. Is that if it's something that hasn't been written yet and drawn yet, and you're trying to anticipate that direction, that's a very dangerous game that you're playing, because that activity can influence the creator, to a certain extent.
There's a diciness there that isn't necessarily to my liking, just because I don't think it's beneficial.
Well, it could, what if it, the creator may not even know. You're speculating on something that hasn't happened yet, which is dangerous to say the least. I mean, you know, if you're specking Golden Age or Silver Age comics, you know, that's a little different.
Yeah.
You know, the
There's
value
like a
has been
value
established.
in there.
Yeah. You know, the scarcity of it has already been established. So I don't know. You kind of got to be careful there.
One of the guys I used to do a comics podcast with several years ago, well, I guess 4 years ago, said there's a very thin line between the slab and the dollar bin. That was like his favorite thing to say, right?
That's well said.
Like a book comes out, I don't care what it is. There's that thin line of, is this going to be slabbed? Am I going to be taking this to San Diego to upsell into something bigger? Or am I going to wait 3 weeks and find this, 4 weeks and find this in the dollar bin?
So,
and when you start playing that game, it's a little...
It can get dicey. I mean, you know, hey, I mean, so's gambling at the casinos. But so Large Man goes, does anyone remember Secret Wars 2? Hopefully you did not stock up on it. Actually, on Monday's show, it's going to be nothing but Secret Wars 2.
Perfect.
Really?
No.
No.
I'm totally kidding. All right, so let's get to the next book. So this one I thought was really cool. Hey, you know what? Let's segue. That's a good segue. Thanks, Large Man.
The Secret
We
Wars.
have Secret Wars #1 Silver Signature Series signed by Alex Ross.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's see.
$22,000. No, I'm just kidding.
$22,000. Better not give that to me in pennies. So suggested retail of $199.99, and we have one available tonight at $100. So obviously Alex Ross, I am a huge fan of his work.
Yep.
The lifelike realism.
It's a nice low number too, because he signed what, 250?
250.
And I
That's
think
number
it's 8 or
8.
9. 8? Is that? Yeah, it's a nice low number.
So that is available tonight. So, and obviously, you know, Alex Ross' signature has become increasingly tough to get. And especially now that you don't have cons. I mean, you know, it's made.
I'll just put it this way. It's a personal thing, but I have several things signed by Alex Ross. And at the time, people thought, oh, I can't believe you spent that for a signed book by Alex Ross. Now I look back at these things and I'm like, especially when we got to the pandemic and cons, and I think Alex Ross himself said, well, you know, I'm not going to be out and about as much as I used to, whatever. I was never so like patting myself on the back for getting like the Kingdom Come slipcase signed by Mark Waid and Alex Ross, because it was super expensive. People thought I was a lunatic.
So
now it's very different, you know.
Right. So I think Alec and I yesterday we were talking about the Mandalorian cover on the variant cover, and whether or not it had any relevance to what was going on in the story, and people were clamoring for it, obviously, and you're seeing it when you went to that the LCS in Atlantic City. You said,
yeah, it was lunchtime and they're like, sorry, we're done.
I mean, again, I have to say that Book of Boba Fett has certainly been received with mixed reviews. Some people have hated it, some people have loved it, some people like myself are kind of, I don't know if it's a matter of expectation.
You might have to see the finale and then think of it as a whole
story.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that I felt like the two best episodes were the ones that did not have Boba Fett in them.
There have been several people that have said that.
Yeah, so I don't know, I don't know. Does John know how the mic reacts to his thumpity thump on the table? We've tried to tell him. Clearly, the boom has not come in yet that Alex suggested we get. But I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping. I don't know if part of it was
like a whole studio, though. It's like a whole thing with like staff and.
Yeah, well, he can make his bookcase change colors. We can't.
Keep in mind, we were in the lobby like a week ago. So
yeah, I know.
You guys slow down.
Until the fire marshal came in and told us we had to move. So
we like the outside view.
I don't know. I kind of like this, dude.
Yeah, the doors rattling during the tornado.
I don't have to. I think I was telling this to maybe it was on Monday's show. This is so much better for me because we used to stream right off of my laptop. So I have to disconnect everything, all the plugs and everything, and then bring it, over to the camera and plug everything back in. It was a serious pain. Now we have a devoted laptop that sits in here the whole time. And all I got to do is, John and I just come in and sit down and flip it up.
Thump on the table.
Yeah. And then, John will thumpity thump on the table. If there's a particular tune you like to hear, John will be happy to accommodate. But so I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of specking these issues. Black Panther's another one, anticipating that the value is going to go up. There is certainly, and I made this analogy. I think you weren't here, but I think Alex heard it. It's the difference between, your day traders and, traders like a Warren Buffett that go long and, are truly vested in the stocks they buy. Berkshire Hathaway is like what is some ridiculous $35,000 a share, and you need permission to purchase any. So it really kind of is the difference, I think, if you're speccing comics. We never. I don't want to say that we discourage, because I would never say that. I ultimately think that hey, he who remains, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, buddy?
I think, to me, those that are in the hobby speculating, that helps the hobby as a whole. Okay. Is it a good idea? That I don't know. I think that if you have the money to do that, then feel free to do that. Just like day traders who try to flip stocks, through the course of a day, the danger is it is really gambling to a very, very, a very true extent. But my suggestion personally, and I know John shares this, is if you buy what you love, you buy what you read, or in Ron's case, buy what you, the art that you love.
The art, yeah.
Then you're never going to go wrong, and if it rises in value and rises in value very quickly, great. Okay. But if it doesn't, you're still not really burned, because you got something that you really enjoy. If you're buying purely on spec value, well, then, it does become like stocks. It becomes like
it's
Bitcoin
it's
or
like
whatever.
Work.
Yeah.
At that point, you know what I mean? I tell people, do whatever you want. It's your money, whatever. But there's like a real art element, creative energy here. And I don't know if treating a comic like a commodity, like a pork share or pork futures. I don't know if you're getting like the full value for what you spend out of it. I mean, sure, there's plenty of people that buy the books for art and they don't read the stories, or they only read certain creators, and that's fine. I mean, but speculating some is fine. But when I see people talking about they're going to pay for a wedding with comics, okay.
Yeah, I assume that's everybody's gift after the wedding is a comic. And if that person's planning it, you want to get the Dynamite 10-pack we offered at the beginning of the show at 50 cents a copy, you'll be ahead. And Ron goes, I thought it was just me getting a headache from John hitting the table. I thought for a while there he was pounding out an SOS to a food truck. Ron, it could just be the amount of times that your wife has tased you that's causing the headache. Just saying. Okay.
No, the mic is too close to the table, is what they're saying.
Well, could you hold it then?
The last thing they want is me closer to the microphone.
So let's see. I thought there was another question up there that we want to address. Hold on.
Somebody's got my deal. Somebody just said they're going to buy a Powerball ticket so I can buy Dynamite from Nick.
Yeah, He Who Remains.
I say that all the time.
He also said he loved the Book of Boba Fett. Shows a man fed up with the treatment of the working man from the gang bosses, and he wants to do it better. Every man's story.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what? That I gotta say this. He Who Remains. I hadn't thought of it that way. Until you just said it, and you're right. You actually are right. I didn't.
No spoiler, but that theme is sort of touched on a little bit in the finale.
Okay. So maybe He Who Remains has seen that. I'm not
Dave
sure.
said Nick is never giving up Dynamite. I win Powerball. I've got $50 million that says different. I'm just going to hand Nick a blank contract and a blank check. Just fill it out.
I think it's time for a recap for a lot of people that just joined us. All right. So as always, we started with the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles. Cover price of $3.99 or higher. So suggested retail of $40 or higher. As always, we have it for $5. If you buy more than one, we'll try not to duplicate, but can't promise. Certainly, if you buy more than two, we will do our absolute best. Then we had Secret Wars #1, Silver Signature Series, signed by Alex Ross. Suggested retail of $199.99. And we have one available for $100.
Nice.
Let's see. And then Punisher #1 was claimed by John Spilios. We still have, Action Comics #1000, 1950s variant, signed in silver by Dan Jurgens. And I really like this cover. Suggested retail of $69.99. It is one of our best offer books, starting at $1.
Did you see that?
Hold on.
Not to interrupt the recap, but
He Who Remains, a Super Bowl special. Nick is here tonight, so I won't be able to shoot from the hip. So I'm sure I don't know what Nick's doing. So I'm sure he's checking the chat. So we'll wait on him to see what he says. That I cannot lower the price for you, brother. Unless I'm here alone with John, then I can do whatever I want.
Practically giving it all away.
So the Action Comics, as soon as Kyle gets a second, he'll throw that up. Number 1000, 1950s variant, signed in silver by Dan Jurgens. That is a $1 offer. All right, Lars Mann's going to start us off at $5. Got it, buddy. All right, very good. All right, so then Kyle might be having technical difficulties. You may have to play Vanna White again.
Oh no! Oh, John, I have not read Dracula.
What's the problem? I thought we were recapping.
We are. Well, I want to do the Action Comics 1000 so people can.
All right, I usually can't put them up as fast as you go on a recap.
Okay.
You do talk real fast. It's like an auction in here.
All right. So JD's dog's up. Yay! All right. So here we go. Let's see. Okay. Then we had Infinite Frontier #1, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail of $49.99. It is a best offer book, and Ron is in the lead at 10. Then we had the Action 1000, which was what Kyle had up there just a minute ago, signed and cover art with Superman sketch by Ken Hazer.
This might be the best Superman thing we've seen from Ken Hazer. This is really cool.
It is really cool, isn't it? Best offer book with Ron in the lead currently at $19.38. So then we had Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme #1, signed and cover sketch art by Brian Kong. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have it for $63 for 1963.
It's in black and white. You know how much.
That's such a cool cover.
It is in black and white. That's making me happy. Cool.
And then we had Secret Invasion #1, signed and remarked by Mariano Nicieza and Joe Del Beato. Suggested retail of $89.99. But it is a best offer book, and Ron is in the lead currently at $25. Then we had the homage books, and I'll go through those real quick. Red Sonja #4, metal cover Spider-Man homage, suggested retail of $100, and we have it for $60. Evil Ernie #1, metal cover Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle homage. We have it suggested retail for $100, and we have it for $60. Then we have Vampirella Dracula Unholy #1, Adam Hughes metal version premium cover, suggested retail of $199.99, and we have it available for $100. And then Ironman #1, CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99. It is one of our 5-star books for $50. Then we had Vampirella Volume 5 #1, Guillaume March, CGC graded cover guaranteed 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book with Nilo currently in the lead at $19.69. Let's see. We had the Spidey Mega Set.
You forgot Ron is mentioning he has a bid on Action Comics.
Hold on. Make sure I didn't miss. Ron, you actually, the Action 1000, your bid I thought was $19.38, my friend.
No, that's from something else, I think.
Let me see. Action. Are you talking about the Action 1000, Ron? The one that's signed by Dan Jurgens? No, this is CCA. I got you, Ron, but you're still in the lead at $19.38, buddy. You don't want to outbid yourself. That would not be good. All right, so Vampirella CGC, we've got some offers here. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Lars Mann is at 25 on that. All right, and then actually, let me see. Oh, Triple B is up that to 30. Gotcha, Triple B. So Triple B is now in the lead on the Vampirella CGC 9.8. Then we had the, let me see, Women of Dynamite Vampirella Bust by Arthur Adams, artist proof edition. It's just a retail of $89.99, best offer statue, and Marcus is in the lead at $25 on that. And then we had a whole bunch of Virgin Dynamite covers, and they are all, say it ahead of time, 30 Nilo's. Okay, Nilo's up to 35 on the Vampy. All right, gotcha, Nilo. All right, so Nilo's up to 35. All right, and then the Dynamite covers that we have, they are all virgin covers. They all have suggested retail of $50, and tonight we're doing them introductory price for $40. So, and I know, Kyle, this might be hard to throw up all at once. So, Draculina #1, Judy Jong virgin cover, available for $40.
That cover's awesome.
#1 Panda Valentine cosplay virgin cover, also available for $40. Then we had Jennifer Blood #5 Jimmy Broxton virgin cover, also available for $40. Then we had Jennifer Blood #5 Joseph Michael Linsner virgin cover, also available for $40. Evil Ernie #3 Stuart Sager virgin cover, also available for $40. Evil Ernie #5 Arthur Sudam virgin cover, also available for $40. Vampirella Valentine's Day Special 2022 virgin cover, also available for $40.
That's so cool. That's right.
And then the Vampirella Valentine's Day Special 2022 Rex Lee virgin cover, also available for $40. All right, so let's see. And Triple B is, let's see, the Vampirella. Did I get that one already?
They are claiming the stray dogs, Joel.
All right, Triple B is up to 45. And no, we have not gotten to the stray dogs yet, but we can. Let me just see here.
There's so many cool books that I like here, but it's not for me to claim most of the time.
All right, here it is.
Cool.
Stray Dogs, #1.
It's so cool, though.
Blank variant signed and cover sketch art by Ken Hazer with a horror movie homage sketch. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have it for $50 tonight. And
John Spilius claims the Vampirella.
Okay, John, hold on. Let's see.
That's cool. That's real, man.
So, John, are you claiming the Lyrics Lee or the Elias Chazudis virgin cover? So let us know. All right, John, and I'll get you down.
Judy's right. That is awesome, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, I forget who asked me for Stray Dogs. So
somebody asked earlier on about Stray Dogs too. I don't know if it may be Ron or somebody said, "Where's the Stray Dogs?" And
so let's see.
I was gonna say it definitely gives me the Halloween vibes.
Yeah.
So John Spilios, let us know which virgin Vampirella you're claiming. All right, buddy, and I'll have you down. Oh yeah, no problem. Kyle, if you don't mind throwing up the two Vampy virgins, the one by Elias and the one by Lyrics Lee. Excuse me, Lyrics Lee. And we'll figure out which one John's looking for.
I like that one with the shield, man, but I'm always a sucker for.
So which one is that?
This is the one you guys have labeled as homage virgin.
Hold on. Can you move to the front and pick the two books out?
This one is the L.I., which I assume is that name I can't pronounce.
Okay, Lyrics Lee.
Yes, that one.
This is Lyrics Lee.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And John says no.
Whatever the other one is.
All right, John. So is it the first one or the second one?
So
okay, we'll call this one that you see with the shield. Oh, you know what? Let's call it Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Lee one. Okay, gotcha.
No sword.
All right, so John Spilios has got this one. All right, and then I saw Ron. You're taking the Stray Dogs, right, buddy? All right, you got it. So Ron's taking the Stray Dogs for 50.
So it's right here in my hand.
John wants the no sword one.
So John wants the no. Which one is the no sword one?
The Lee one.
This one, Lyrics Lee.
All right. So I have him down for Lyrics Lee. Got it. All right, you got it, John. All right, so we got that all squared away. All right, and let's see what else have we got tonight here. That's of new.
We got a ton of stuff to get through.
We do have a ton of stuff. Well, we don't. Believe it or not, we don't have a ton of stuff to get through. All right, so here's something really cool. All right, so
we have time
the
book.
Yeah, we're doing one more book, buddy.
Okay.
The Reanimator, okay, the Eternal Lie, CGC graded 9.9.
Oh.
We definitely only have one, guys. Suggested retail of $299.99, and we've got the one available tonight for $199.99. So it is, it is really hard to get 9.9s and 10s. We get, you see a lot of 9.8s that we throw up here. Not that they're easy to get, but they're just put some Post-it numbers on.
Lovecraft fans, your moment has come.
Here we go.
9.8s are tough with black covers. I'm just jumping in real quick. 9.9s near impossible. That is the only 9.9 on the CGC registry.
All right. So before you go anywhere, He Who Remains.
Oh no. Lars, man, you should worship Cthulhu. Don't settle for the lesser
evil. He Who Remains has offered 50 on the Secret Wars, Alex Ross. You weren't obviously reading the chats.
No, I've been in the middle of a big to-do. I apologize.
So
what do we have it at?
100. He's calling it the Super Bowl special.
He Who Remains, I'll give you the Super Bowl special. $84 for 1984. We cannot get Alex Ross signatures anymore.
All right. So Secret Wars #1, Silver Signature Series, signed by Alex Ross, is now at $84.
Oh, that's a low number? I said 184. No, I'm kidding.
All right. So John Spillios.
No, definitely a low number.
Oh my God, number 8.
That's what I said.
Number 8 of 350.
Yeah, that's legit. Alex Ross.
All right.
Secret Wars.
So you got. So now we opened up a can of worms. So John Spillios is making an offer of 65. All right. He Who Remains will claim it at 84.
I was going to say, Nick, maybe you just ought to take that out and leave it right here.
Yeah, right. With John, this will go with the Green Hornet comics you're borrowing.
Since Amy's not here, Nick, you're gonna have to do the. I'm sorry, John Spillios. He Who Remains got you by like.
We had to be respectful too. We had to give him first chance.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mark missed the stream.
I'm sorry, buddy. When I picked that one, I don't remember if there were any more, but I will definitely
on the Stray Dogs. We actually have like 2 more left.
2 more. All right. So, Mark, if you want to join us on Monday, I promise I will have another Stray Dogs on here for you. Yes, Ron, the price did change. Nick came over and gave him the Super Bowl price, and then it got ping pong left and right. All right, so let's get to He Who Remains, Ron picked it up for $84. Yeah.
Let's go back into these tough negotiations because they are easier than this audience. I will tell you next time. Tell me it's in the single digits before I.
Is this for the liquid covers next year?
I tried, man.
They just come in plastic. It's a liquid cover.
If AR didn't say anything, I wouldn't even have known. Thank God.
Nice job, Al.
I tried saying it.
No tacos for you. So the last slab was the Reanimator, the Eternal Lie, CGC graded 9.9. Joel.
You said that's the only one on the registry they have.
Yeah, I would believe it. Yeah, I mean it's we probably sent a bunch through, got a bunch back at 9.6s, maybe some 9.8s, and every now and again you get lucky and get the 9.9. Ron, absolutely. It's just one of those Nick veggie sandwich things. I apologize. He Who Remains made an offer. Email me later, Ron. All right. We'll work something out for you, no doubt. So the last grade slab book was a Reanimator, and the only one in the registry at 9.9. Suggested retail of $300, and we have it one available for $199.99. All right. Ron, if I can't find this Alex Ross at $84, I'll find another one that's signed by Alex Ross that you might be interested in, and I guarantee you'll get it at the same price, Ron. So I apologize for that. Mark, thank you so much for watching the show. We really appreciate it. At this point, I want to thank all our viewers.
Seriously, you guys make the show. I mean, we goof around a lot, but if nobody logs in, it's just. Me trespassing at Dynamite. That's kind of weird.
Hey, let's blow off the last break and keep rolling.
All right, we can do that.
Cool.
We can certainly do that. All right, so the next book is the Giant Size Astonishing X-Men #1, signed by John Cassaday. And it has a suggested retail of $29.99, and that's pretty much where it's at because he's so hard to get. So we have one available at $29.99.
That's like the first name that comes out in like a Facebook group when you're like, who would you like to see more art from? Almost invariably, it's John Cassaday. People would, they want to see him on this book, that book. They want to see his take on this and that.
Yeah, John, John, both you guys email me after the show. I can't guarantee it'll be that particular issue, but I know I have at least 2 Alex Ross signatures left, and we'll work it out. The one thing, we kind of shoot from the hip, especially when Nick's not been eating animal protein. And we want to keep it as fair for everybody as possible. So if there's any way at all I can work something out, I will. And we'll always do that with all of our viewers. We're not trying to create. We're not an auction house. We're not trying to create that frenzy.
You're destroying the medium, sir.
You get us a taco truck.
That's right.
But we'll figure out a way. And listen, we're always open to suggestions, guys. If you think we can do something different or do it better, hey, as you can see, this is a meticulously planned show every week.
It's Thursday.
We don't even know what
fully scripted.
It's new comic book day,
even
man.
though Rex says it, seriously though, if there's anything, email them, get to them, and say you're looking for this, you're looking for that. Hey, I didn't get this or that, or I wanted it. And if it's anywhere,
real quick, I'm gonna I cannot find any more Secret Wars. Never let it be said I don't love our fans, because I'm in the middle of that negotiation, and I was supposed to go grab a bite to eat because the veggie sandwich is really going the wrong way.
The board of directors is concerned about.
But I will let Ronald and John go first. So here is only. How do I get this? Here we go. There's only 25 of these Alex Ross Silver Signature Series Shadow number 1s. So here's the deal. Ronald and John have first chance to get these at only $70 each. If John and Ronald pass, then it'll go to the first claimer. All right? So John and Ronald, just like we gave you Who Remains the first chance, you have the first chance. So, Nilo, we could always do a payment plan with you, buddy, on the Elvira 9.9.
So, Ron, so here's the news on the Gunslinger Spawn CCA. So we did some investigation. We worked with our guys, and the blank cover isn't coming out until April.
But we will have them right away.
Yeah. So as soon as we get them, we turn them around, send them out to Ken, have him do his thing, and we'll hopefully have them sometime in April. So unfortunately, the blank variants haven't come out yet, unfortunately. So we got nothing for him to draw on.
By the way, have you guys noticed what He Who Remains' icon is?
It's a little bit small. No,
it's one of the Vampy versus Vampirellas.
Oh, really? I did not see that.
Yeah,
it's when they turn it in a circle, it kind of cuts off part of the picture.
It's the YouTube on it.
It's the YouTube logo. I can't really.
All right, so John, $75 on the shadow. Ronald passed, so somebody else can get a shadow at $75. Silver Signature Series.
Wait, I thought you said 70.
70. Sorry, 70.
Right,
Whatever.
Wait. So where did you see John claiming it?
No, I said John has first shot.
Oh,
John and Ronald missed out, so we're giving them first shot.
All right, so John Spilios is claiming one.
Okay,
right, cool. Got it, John.
And so one other person can have one.
Yeah. So Ron's passing it.
Sitting right here.
Let's see.
All right, John, and you're going to get 11. You're getting the earlier one.
These are super nice.
Okay. Let me have that so it doesn't, because it is not actually on the list. So I want to keep that.
Oh wait, so we got to keep one up.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, are they both gone? Or?
Yeah, let's have it replace the Secret Wars.
All right, so yep. So all right, so we got that going on. Let me see. What's
actually,
next?
You know what? I'll put this up front.
Thank you, Kyle. 20 minutes on the best offers, you guys.
20 minutes on the best offer.
We actually don't have. Kyle doesn't have that, so I'm going to put the shadow right there.
Yeah.
So one other person. Oh, Ronald will take it.
All right, so Ron's taking it. You got it.
Sorry, Nick.
That was quick.
He just fixed everything.
All right,
Thank you.
We can never make everybody happy, but I will try. We love you guys. You guys have no idea how much we love you. You guys, AR, sometimes even Kyle. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Kyle as well. You guys make this fun.
Test pattern
and you make Rex and Jon look good.
I don't need no help looking good.
I don't know about that.
I don't need no help looking good.
This is
Jama.
a test pattern.
Yeah.
This is to show everybody.
Actually, you know what? Rex now is saying, I don't need AR. I need HR after that.
HR, I know, right?
All right, guys. I got to go back to this. I wish I was watching and hanging out with you guys. I really do love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
All right, so let's get to the next book. Is Maestro Warren Pax #1, signed by Peter David.
I love
Yeah.
Maestro.
Yeah, we got you, buddy.
Oh,
we got you.
Man,
Ron.
I was gonna say, freaking Kyle's not even in the stream. This dude out here, he's catching strays.
So, all right, so Maestro, just so you know, Alec, you're a little choppy, buddy. I don't know if it's us or you.
I should be good.
So,
No, I've
Is
heard it
it?
a couple times. I don't know.
yeah,
if
you
it's-
kind of glitch a little bit. We are reading the chat, my friend.
We are reading the track, Ron.
So I'm sorry. What did we miss, brother? If we missed something, yeah,
Did we miss
I thought I don't know. It was Nick that said he passed, so I don't know if he.
He passed, and then he
Okay.
came back in and said he
Yeah,
wanted, I think, to
I
get
see.
Nick's butt off.
We got
the
you,
screen.
Ron. We got you,
it,
buddy.
Ron.
Yeah, no, we are reading chats. Actually, we're reading the chats better than we usually do because it's nice and big on our big screen TV here. All right, so
Is that a cool sound effect? Because I hear dog barking.
it's the star of the show, the
It's
dog.
You
What's
know
the name of the
cool?
dog again, Alec?
One of them is Buddy, and the other is Miss Ellie.
Silly.
Miss Ellie.
It's so
It's
it's so
the name.
annoying. It's literally that freaking light that just
That sounds
If-
right,
if-
Dave. That actually does
if-
sound
It could
right.
be.
if anybody
Could be
just
right.
drives past. It's one of those
Oh, that's right. You're
spotlights.
telling me about that. Yeah.
It's
The
the
dog
motion
that just
detector.
Lars man, it is indeed. Can you tell by the bark? Wow, that's impressive.
it-
If you
Yeah,
can tell by
holy
the
cow,
bark.
that's like
Yeah.
dog whisperer level stuff, man. Holy cow.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
Lars man.
Caesar
is a dash
Milan.
hound.
It's
Yeah, right?
nonsense,
Lars
right?
man is actually Caesar Milan. He's a
Nonsense,
comic
an
book
immediate
guy.
brown color. What?
I used to love watching that show with my daughter. We
Look,
used to
man,
love
that
watching.
Maestro cover is so cool. You know what it reminds me
The
a
series
little
is
bit
good
of?
too.
It is.
It's got a little bit of like Frankenstein energy, and I kind of dig that. That's very cool.
So, Marcus, Stray Dogs is gone, my friend. Just so you know, that was claimed by Ron. All right, so it probably, let's see, let's get to how many books we got left. All right, we got 2 more books left. So let's hit those and then we can do a nice slow recap. All right, so the last slab book of the night we have is Batman Who Laughs, #1, CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available at $50. All right, so okay, you were here when the dog kissed him. That's why. Okay, man, you shouldn't have said anything, Lars. Man, we would just assume you were Caesar Milan or something. Yes, Triple B, we can definitely. Lars, man, okay, you are claiming the Batman Who Laughs #1 CGC
How
graded.
long before Batman Who Laughs is in like an animated thing? Like, will they get to metal first? Or I'm trying to think how soon it'll be before we get like some of these cooler versions of Batman, because they just did Injustice.
Right. So Mark, yeah, it's AR's dog. Back before AR moved, I guess where he lived, there wasn't a lot around him, so the dogs were nice and quiet during his streams. But now that he's more moved into the denser area of Pennsylvania, sorry, cars driving by all the time and making his dogs bark. I think it's so funny. All right, so let's see. What do we got left here? All right, so we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #50, rare wraparound foil variant signed by Ryan Parrott. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available tonight for $29.99. So that is also available. Let's see. Large Man says his little Morky Penelope.
Is the Spider-Man slab He Who Remains asking about?
That Spider-Man.
Is that part of the Mega Pack?
Yeah, that Spider-Man Large Man was, or He Who Remains was part of the Mega Mix set, which was picked up by Large Man earlier in the show. I'm sorry, man. Excuse me. All right, so let's see. I guess it's time for a recap. What do you think?
Well, is there anything else? Because I want to make sure the people, they've got about 13 or 14 minutes left on.
Let's do the recap on the best offers. You're right.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. All right, so Action Comics number 1000, 1950s variant, signed in silver by Dan Jurgens. Suggested retail of $69.99. Currently, Lars Mann is in the lead. I'm only recapping best offers. Lars Mann is in the lead at $5. Is me or is Rex a Power Ranger right now? No, you are right, Neil. So Lars Mann's going to walk away with a steal here. He is in the lead at $5. Then we had Infinite Frontier number 1, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail of $49.99. Also a best offer book. Ron is currently in the lead at $10. Let's see. Then we had Action Comics number 1000, signed in cover art with a Superman sketch by Ken Hazer. Ron is in the lead for that one at $19.38. And then we had, let's see, Secret Invasion number 1, signed and remarked by Mariano Nicieza and Joe Del Beato. And Ron is currently in the lead at $25 on that. That is also a best offer book. Then we had Vampirella Volume 5, number 1, DM March, CGC graded cover, guaranteed 9.8. And currently Triple B is in the lead at $45. And then our final best offer item is Women of Dynamite, Vampirella Bust by Arthur Adams, artist proof edition. Currently Marcus is in the lead at $25. And that covers all the best offer of the night items. So if anybody wants to make a claim, you have approximately
10 minutes,
little over 10 minutes, probably about 10 minutes.
Sheldon's
so Sheldon's
25.
All right. So Sheldon's
Larson going 30 on the statue.
5. All right.
It's a good thing we don't have like a reserve on these. If you've ever been to auctions and they have a reserve,
that's true.
They don't tell you like your reserves. The auction starts at a certain point, but they won't sell it. I ran into this with watches a lot. I'd be like, I'm getting 60 on the watch, and they haven't told me that the reserve was $300. I'm like, well, then just start it at $300. And like, all right, John Mitchell wants to know what's up with Reanimator 9.9.
Secret Invasion. Hold on, buddy. Let me just catch up here. So, all right. So Sheldon is in the lead for Secret Invasion at, let's see, 30. Okay, and Ron is going to up his bid. Hold on, let's see. Action Comics. Okay, so Ron is upping it to 30. Gotcha, Ron. Okay, and Sheldon, you're going to claim the Doctor Strange. Got you, buddy. And that was for $63. All right, so Sheldon has taken the Doctor Strange. Let's see. John Mitchell, thanks for joining us, buddy. The Reanimator 9.9. I get you. Let's see. Where is that? Okay, the Reanimator, the Eternal Lie, CGC graded 9.9. Suggested retail of $300. We have one available at $199.99. And of course, there is only one in the registry as well. Secret Invasions. Let's see. Ron is going to go up on that. All right. So Ron, Secret Invasions, you are at 35. Gotcha, buddy. All right. So you're good to go there. And let me see. So make sure I've got everybody's bid because, John's not a big help there, staring at his phone, posting his
Dwayne
stats.
is claiming the Power Rangers. If it's still
all
available.
right. Dwayne's a pain. Thank you, Kyle. Let's see. And we do have one last book. Okay. Dwayne's a pain. Gotcha, buddy. All right. And then the last book of the night, Batman number 93, signed by James Tynion IV. Suggested retail of $49.99, and we have one available at $29.99.
Something is killing the Joker. Look at that, man. That's a
Lars, man. I'm only 3 pints in. Beer before liquor. You're a good man, sir. You're a good man.
Good man.
All right, Dwayne's a pain. You got the Power Rangers, by the way. Just letting you know. So let's see, and then we can do a full recap. see, we've covered every book, believe it or not. All right, so you know what? I guess it's
Good night, everybody. No, it's good.
There we go now. I would close it up if there were a taco truck outside. Just saying.
See, you lack the one thing that would get a taco truck here in about an hour with a phone call.
What's that?
You can't green light a Green Hornet project.
You don't know I can't.
Can you? I got a phone in my hand.
Taco truck first.
Oh, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't see the contract.
I'm sorry. That's how it works. Taco truck first. Okay. Ask Alec. What do you think, Alec? Should the taco truck come first?
Yo, we need to stop talking about food. I am absolutely starving. I'm so hungry, and as soon as this is done, I'm going to get food.
Tacos.
All right.
Pizza.
So
That's funny.
one of the fun things that I'm doing on my day off this week is redesigning a menu for a local taco truck. Not taco.
Well, you're going to a barbecue.
Yeah, that's in a few weeks. That's in like a week.
Oh, all right. I got you.
Tomorrow or Thursday, my day off, I'm redesigning the menu for a snow cone truck to make all of the shaved ices superhero themed.
That's cool.
Oh, that is cool.
That's very cool.
That
I
is
love
cool.
shaved
We
ice.
need
That's
somebody who knows
so-
more superheroes than just Superman. I'm like, I got you.
So, Lars, man, the Action 1000 1950s variant signed by Dan Jurgens. Ron is currently in the lead at 30. And the Action Comics number 1000 signed in cover art with a Superman sketch by Ken Hazer. Ron is currently in the lead at $19.38. Lars, man, has $60 of sushi on the way.
$60 in sushi. Oof.
That's 2 rolls, depending on where you live.
Well, if he lives in LA, it's maybe a roll.
It's a roll. It's a wasabi extra.
Here in New Jersey, though, you could probably get quite a bit for 60. But I don't know how fresh the tuna is.
Nah, I'm here. Depending on where you go, like I'm not going to eat like ShopRite sushi. That's out of the question. But most of the rolls I get are about 16 or 18.
Okay, so Lars Man. Okay, buddy, hold on a second. All right, so Lars Man is up to 30 on the Ken Hazer Action 1000. Got it. $30. Gotcha. All right, so Dwayne DePayne goes, what about a Green Hornet snow cone?
What about that?
Oh, man. So what's wrong with ShopRite sushi? I've eaten it before. I'm still breathing.
You braver man than me.
You sushi snob.
I'm totally sushi
right.
snob.
So, Lars, man, you're making it 35 on the Action. I got you down, buddy. All right. So, and I think we've covered every book for the night. Should I do a full recap or just?
He Who Remains. Well, actually, I do a targeted recap because He Who Remains wants to know
All
what
right.
slabs are available and what are the prices.
Ron,
Nice. I think everything's just like fish. That's beautiful.
Let's see. Okay, He Who Remains. These are the slabs that are still available. Okay, so we have Ironman number 1, CGC graded 9.8. We have the Batman Who Laughs. Oh, no, that was claimed by Lars Man. Sorry. Vampirella Volume 5, number 1, CGC graded cover 9.8. Currently, Triple B is in the lead there at 45. We still have the Reanimator, the Eternal Lie, graded 9.9.
Somebody asked about that.
Yes.
Somebody asked about, I think one of the Johns asked about.
Yes, I did actually go to that right after. We have that for $199.99, and it is the only 9.9 for this book on CGC's registry.
Sake absolutely makes raw fish taste better. Lars Man knows what's up.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Holy
But you got to be careful if you make sake at home, hot sake at home, because if the temperature is too high, you burn the alcohol off.
Yeah.
So you got to get it just right.
That's one of those things I don't even try at home. I'm just
And
like,
people put in a microwave, very bad idea.
ooh.
Yeah, you can't do that because you will almost certainly, when you zap it, you will kill the alcohol.
In a microwave is like popcorn.
Well, that's not true, dude. The leftovers. What do you mean? Why are you making that face, dude?
You're talking to freaking Top Chef over here.
Well, Top Chef should bring the taco truck around.
I can
That's what
literally
I'm saying.
I can see the blood coming from his ears after hearing the microwave.
I'm not a fan of the microwave. I don't.
Okay, bring a sushi truck then. I don't care, sushi snob. Okay, making fun of me eating ShopRite sushi. All right.
I'm not making fun of you. It's sad. You're a good person. You deserve better.
You're right. I'm a good person. I deserve better than ShopRite sushi.
Hey, Rex, what is the CCA Action Comics at?
The CCA Action Comics is currently Lars Man is in the lead at 35. So Ron, you have to go higher than 35.
Yeah, you got to go higher than 35. But
Are we sure? Because
Pretty
the
sure.
first bid was Action Comics 1,000 for 30. Then he went make that 35. So he bid himself up.
Yeah, he bid himself up at 35.
Okay.
All right.
Just want to
So
make
you
sure we're
can do
clear
that,
about where
but
we're
I
at with
did
4
mention
minutes.
it, so hold on, Ron. So Ron, currently Lars Man is in the lead at 35. All right. So if you want to up that, you got a couple minutes to do that. So let me know. Yeah, it sounded like a self-affirmation minute. But let's see. And as always, the Dynamite 10-pack reader set's available for $5, $40 retail or higher. So that is still available. Trying to see what else is available here that is not a best offer. So it looks like Giant Size Astonishing X-Men #1, signed by John Cassaday, is still available at $29.99. Maestro War and Pax #1, signed by Peter David, legendary creator here. Signed in silver, as a matter of fact. Suggested retail of $39.99. We have it for $19.92. Then we had John Cole. That's not nice, John.
Well, we miss Amy.
If you show up more, you would miss Amy. Batman 93, signed by James Tinian IV. Suggested retail $49.99. We have it at $29.99. And 3 minutes left on your best offers. Let's see. And then keep in mind, we still have metal covers available of Red Sonja, Evil Ernie, and Vampirella Dracula Unholy. And then we have all of the Virgin covers of Draculina #1, Jennifer Blood #5, Evil Ernie #3, Evil Ernie #5, and then the Vampirella Valentine's Day Specials 2022.
John asked me earlier if I'd read Draculina. I have not read Draculina yet. Usually I try to save something for actual new comic book day because, not a spoiler alert, but a lot of times I have an opportunity to read books before new comic book day. And, I probably abused that opportunity way too much. But I did not read Draculina. I was sort of looking forward to reading it today.
So, Lars Man, I got you down for 2 10-packs. And then hold on, I just missed some. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Kyle. And that, if you are a first-time viewer, the link there is to our submission form. Very, very important. Submission form gives us, if your real name and your screen name don't match up, we know your real name. Also, the ship to address goes there, so that's also really important. And then we will invoice you right away. But we depend on that information if you're a first-time buyer with us. If you are if you bought from us before, we still ask that you submit the submission form. Makes it a little bit easier on the back end for us. All right. Again, as always, a great show.
This is the thing I love about the room, right? People are sort of, you know what I mean?
It's a community.
Yeah, it's a community. Ron sort of takes a pass and lets Lars Man have it. We've seen that go the other way too.
So John Spilios wants you to read Draculina. I'll
probably read it tonight. Yeah, Christopher Priest is. We talked a little bit about that on another show. That just a crazy, incredible writer. I can't remember the last time he wrote something that I read, and I was like, this is weak. Right. And I'm not going to single any creator out, but everybody here who's read comics knows you pick something up and you're like, okay, that happened, and maybe it didn't really. I've never had that experience with anything he's written, and this goes back. I almost put him in the category of like James Robinson. I can't remember the last time, you know what I mean, that I read something that, that this guy did that I didn't enjoy.
So
I think they just showed up. AR sort of. He probably passed out from hunger. He's like, "Oh, my Wi-Fi's off." He probably passed out from hunger. The dogs are looking at his face. There's no food.
Grab some kibble, buddy. It'll hold you over. So grab some of the dog kibble. It'll hold you over, buddy. You'll be all right.
I'm good for now. I'm thinking about the food I'm gonna get though. 100%.
What did we tell you before you moved? It's probably a good idea to eat before the show.
No.
I haven't taken my own advice yet.
I was busy.
At some point, I might.
His Deathstroke was incredible. I did not read that initially. I came in a little bit later, and one of my best reading experiences was here, and I read like a chunk of his Deathstroke at once, and I'm like, man, this is like a good day. It was literally like a cup of coffee, and and I was like, man, this is a good. Sheldon with like a 10-pack.
All right, Sheldon, I got you for a 10-pack, buddy. You got it. So, yeah, seriously though. I mean, you've got to, I'm going to follow your Instagram or something because, I mean, I need some simple recipes.
Kyle texted me a picture of a rack of competition ribs, and now I'm hungry. Now I'm really hungry, but
I'm about to end the stream on my end. All his food.
Well, I was asking John before
really is a great bridge, John. It really is.
I was asking John before the show started because I think my daughter's getting a little sick because I want to I'm cooking again at home because we're just eating out too much, and so is she. So, but I want simple and easy. Like tonight when I get home, I don't want to have to deal with a lot of stuff. And I've been buying these pre-seasoned pork loins, and the reason is they're easy. Okay, you rip it out of the package, you throw it in a pan. Okay, you put it in the oven, 375 for about 35-40 minutes, and then bang, it's done. It's ready to be cut up. You get like some potatoes, some rice, whatever, some frozen veggies, bang, dinner's done. But I need something else. I think we're both getting sick because I've run out of these seasoning varieties.
Well, I was going to say the only problem with what you described is I don't care where you go, all across the country, Kroger, Ralph's, ShopRite, wherever, you're only going to have whatever, like there's always going to be like a buffalo chicken type flavor and a teriyaki flavor and a teriyaki flavor, right? So even if you get one a week, at the end of the month, you're already doubling up.
Well, they added one, the Montreal seasoning one.
See, I know
I didn't like that too much.
Lars Man, did he win the statue?
Lars Man, let me take a look, buddy. Yes, you did. At $30. You won the statue, Lars Man.
Cool.
You are the winner.
I'll give you $40 for it, Lars Man. No, I'm just kidding. Congratulations to everybody who won stuff on the
yes,
the best
absolutely.
Cakes, man.
Absolutely. So be sure to check out John, you can still claim the reanimator if you want. Hold on, let me get you down, buddy. John Mitchell.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff that went up tonight. I love those metal covers. I mean, hell, you had a 9.9 going up tonight. Alex Ross signatures. Good stuff.
John Mitchell, when you get a chance, be sure to hit the link that Kyle's going to throw up for the submission form, so you can fill out that submission form, and then we'll get you all squared away. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, he had to put his child to bed, so I'm glad you got to come.
Real life stuff.
I'll tell you, you know what 9.9 is? The 9.9 you almost wear around your neck, so that when you go to a con, you turn around, you open that coat, and you're like, so what are you selling? Almost nobody's selling a 9.9 of anything. So that's sort of, I've done that before. I've gone to cons with stuff like, oh, you don't have that? Okay. And they just
whip your own out. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Keep in mind that Nick will be here Friday, 7 to 8 with original art, 7 to 8 Eastern. Always a great show.
Wait,
even if
tonight we have a break and then somebody else comes on in an hour, or
I'm not sure. Let me look.
Nope, this is it for tonight.
Okay, this is it for tonight. Okay, so definitely check out AR's channel as well on YouTube. Lots of great content. Yeah. He's always streaming stuff, and very knowledgeable guy. Want to thank Alec as always for joining us. I will be on his show again on Tuesday, and then we will all be back. John and I will be back with Rock and Robbie on Monday. From 6 to 8 Eastern, and then of course Robbie's show on Tuesday, which starts at 4. I will be there on his channel, and then he will be back with us on Wednesday, 6 to 8, for more comics and spam talk and
spam talk.
And hopefully Alec will eat before the next show.
Lars Man,
we are working on that, brother. Believe me, that is the priority. That's on my priority list every day that I come in the morning. Okay, pub show. Bother John. Okay, so no worries on that. That's happening. I'm making that happen.
Is there any room for a small bar?
Maybe, but don't bring little airplane bottle size stuff, dude. I don't play that.
No.
So Ron, hold on a second. Let me take a look. Ron, you did win the Secret Invasion book, buddy.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody that won.
Yes, and thanks again for joining us. Viewers make our show. Obviously, we always have a good time. Thank you, Alec. Go get something to eat. Go give your dog.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
He's all like pale and sweaty from no food.
He's gonna pass out. We're gonna see him hit his head on the desk.
Next week it's just the dog.
Yeah, right. and then the viewership will go up.
I know. It's Rex and Jon with Miss Ellie. What does he think, Miss Ellie?
And thank you, Kyle, for producing behind the scenes as always. And we'll see
Thanks,
everybody
everybody.
later.
See you next
Thanks.
week.
Thank you, guys.